Good morning everyone and welcome to Prime of Midlife. As you may have realised, this is an early morning video. I'm trying to play catch up this morning. So the first thing to do is put on a pot of coffee. Yesterday I had fully intended coming down and doing the Coriander, etc, and completely forgot that I had training at my local community radio station. So I had to go for that after work. So, this morning we're catching up. Good morning, it's coffee time here. It's just turned 6:30 and I am desperately trying to catch up on things that I missed yesterday when I had to go and do some training for the community radio station I help out with. We have here the coriander. Now, I don't know quite what's happened. It hasn't dried, it seems, as dry as the parsley did. It just doesn't feel as crunchy. Now, this is the parsley that I put in the jar on Sunday. And as you can see, it's dry. There's nothing sticking to the jar. You know, we check this before we store anything in the cupboard, which I still haven't invented yet. We always check that the things are properly dry. I think we call it conditioning. But we have the 6 trays of coriander. There's been a few black bits here that I've taken out. We're not really too impressed with those bits, so they can just go. And I'm just going to throw the rest in a jar just now because, I mean, it sounds crunchy, but it still feels quite soft. So I'm just not sure. And it's just squishing in the jar. In fact, you know something, I'm just not happy with that at all. So what do we do when we're not happy with something? We're just going to put it back in again, and it can go for another couple of hours while I'm at work. I mean, it's already done 2 more hours than the parsley just because I wasn't happy with it, but I'm still not happy with it. So back it goes for another couple of hours. As you can hear, that is the dehydrator back on. The next thing I have to do this morning is store some casserole that I made. Now, if you saw my Tesco haul, you'll have seen I got some Tesco Finest sausages, which is here. And what I've done is put them in the slow cooker and then gone away and done training and left them. So they're not getting picked up till today. And these are just going to go in and, well, one's going to stay in the fridge for my dinner for tonight, and the other 2 are going to go in the freezer so that they're there. I've got some frozen mash now, so I can use that anytime. So we're just going to get this stored, and that is another meal prepped for me for when I come in from work. That will only take a couple of minutes. Now, I don't normally use these foil containers because obviously you can't throw them in the microwave, so you've got to heat them in the oven, which is not exactly conducive to lower electricity bills. However, when you run out of plastic containers, because you've been very good and haven't had as many takeaways recently, then rather than waste the food, obviously we're going to store it in a different way. So what I'll do is, these will just be, well, it's only one. It's going to be put in the freezer, obviously right on top of it what it is. And what I'll do is, if I'm baking a cake or if I've got a roast chicken to do or something, then this will be coming out to get done that day and no other day, because I'm not putting on the oven for just that. That's just not happening. Although I do have an air fryer now, that might be worth a try. Watch this space, we'll find out. So, that's the basics done this morning. So quick wipe down, and then it's time for coffee before I head off to work this morning.